We're going to do something now that is going to be very messy and difficult. So I need your attention just for 2 minutes or so to give you the request of what our vision is. And put simply, it's this. We've been listening to some really good keynote speakers today and yesterday. We've just heard one, very inspiring. And could you just hang on with all the conversations just for a moment? Because what we want you to do is to write a keynote speech for this group. I warned you that we would do this morning, and some of you prepared with your cards. You probably didn't bring them with you, but at least you maybe thought about it. And we've divided you up into affinity groups based on the color badge that you chose to put on your badge. So we've got the health people, we've got the finance people, we've got the research and scientists, and we've got the ranchers. And what we would like you to do, first of all, is to choose somebody on your table who hasn't really spoken in the whole conference, who will be your leader, and they will be the one who speaks. The rest of the table, you need to come up with 1 or 2 lines for that speaker to address the room. But because there are 40 tables, if we had 40 speakers, it would mean the meal would be a very long way off. So what we want you to do is, once you've elected your leader, they get your cards with the instructions. They have to negotiate with another table who, from the 2 tables, is going to read which 2 lines. So this is incredibly complicated, but we want to come up with 20 comments from the floor to the floor. Now, just if you think this is a really stupid idea and you just want to get on with the meal, raise your hand. And is there anyone who thinks it's actually a brilliant idea, and we're happy to starve if necessary to make it happen? Okay. Okay. I've just been told, and this is going to help me, I think, they haven't started cooking the food yet. So there's nothing we can do for the next 15 minutes at least. So talk on your tables about what you think the keynote should be. And I'm just going to say a few things. That when we asked you to do this exercise before last night, and you came up with your anger and dreams, your questions and your truths, and your intentions, this board is amazing. Now, I'm suffering from jet lag. I think it's about 9 in the morning in the UK now, and I should be still definitely in bed. But I have been working on this all day with Jenny. I wasn't asking for your sympathy. I was saying that this has kept me awake, because this is really good stuff on here. You are an impressive group of people, as you already know. So I'm really looking forward to some of the comments that you choose to make from the floor. So take 5 minutes only, write down the words quickly, elect a leader, and send them to the front. I have been told the good news is they have found the food and they have started cooking it. So it means that we could get on with this. So could you send your leaders to the front? Send them right now. Okay, are we ready for this? Are we ready? So this needs to be done in respectful silence with a little bit of agreeing kind of noise. You seem to be quite good at this. When I ask people in the UK to make agreeing noises, they really can't do it. And I say, can you be a bit more like Americans? And they say, okay, like Americans. And then they go, woo, like that. So if you could be a bit like Americans, that would be very good. We've got loads of people lined up. They're going to rush through this. So no applause, but you can whoop. All right.
Would everyone please lift their hands up in the air? Now look around at the table, at everyone's hands. Look around the room at everyone's hands. These are their hands that are going to save the world.
That's a tough act to follow. We talked about communication to build connection between different groups of different experience and different expertise to build one whole.
Find your roots in the grasslands because everyone is connected in some way.
Partnering together with consumers, producers, researchers, and educators, we can do it. And gentlemen, I have to say it, women are key.
There is a space for psychological space that is opening up for humanity, and we are just now learning to grow into it. And this gives us certain hope in an uncertain world.
Live with and steward the land, and it will take care of you.
The luckiest generations are to come. She just left.
We've already got a good start with everybody from all over the world here, and it works anywhere, even in deserts, in rainforests, in the Northwest Territories, across the oceans.
Always hate to follow the tall guy. We have all the tools here to solve a world of problems, from global warming to small business to human nutrition, and it's going to be a privilege to go out and do it.
It's time to create a new pool and a new form of integrated investment capital where different types of investors can work together to create a pool that accelerates the emergence of a regenerative grass-fed food system.
A healthy soil produces healthy humans with healthy guts.
Everybody makes a difference. Every bite you take and eat is a statement of the food system that you have decided that you want, and human survival depends on redefining and relearning our relation to the land.
I know I've already been here, but how do we communicate with enough people, look after livelihoods, and add youth? It's about ranching, but it's not just about ranching.
All right, this is a profound one. Why can gorillas make good decisions and we can't? Gorillas aren't bothered by complexity. So we have to work with complexity.
Did you understand what she said? Okay.
Wow, there's a lot more people when you stand up here. Perhaps revolution is an antiquated paradigm for change. Maybe we need a new narrative that embraces both traditional knowledge and innovation.
Fourscore and 7 years ago, my father's generation brought upon this continent a new farming method based upon which the concept that all food crops could be grown better through industrial farming methods. It was a bad fucking idea.
How are we going to start getting the youth involved in this amazing, mesmerizing project? That's the biggest question about showing them that holistic management, it's not just something that happens in a ranch, in a farm. It's something that you integrate to your everyday life.
I can't believe I have to follow that guy. That was great. All right, so our idea was that we need to pay more attention to historical context and focus not on what may work, but what has worked.
Okay, I can't make it rhyme this time, but we each got one word at our table, and so here's what we've got. We've got a dynamic, limitless context developed through collaboration, spatially designed for a healthy future filled with hope.
Hi. Well, someone came up to me a little while ago and said, you know, that keynote was yours. I said, well, it wasn't really. I haven't even spoken to the lady. But what I want to do, and what the research at our table wants to do, is do the fundamental research that correlates the soil with the food that we're eating, and use that as a tool for all you guys to tell the world that they need it, and in so doing, empower this whole movement.
Help the world see through a lens in a way that they can understand healthy ecological processes.
Kia ora everyone. Empower farmers and consumers about nutrient-dense food, which comes from nutrient-dense soil, via reliable data. So I want to talk to that lady.
The foundation for all well-being is the soil, and that's the well-being of humans, of animals, of plants, the economy, our environment, everything. It starts in the soil.
Love the life, regenerating the soils. Invest life in a congruent cause. There is no other option than save the soil. The earth can heal, our bodies can heal. Each of us has unique abilities and roles, and we all are needed. So link with others who support your role as an organism. Connected and be the best divine, unique wave you can be.
How can you get healthy people, healthy community, healthy land, healthy planet all at once? Holistic management.
Hey, we're the doubters. We just can't get out of the public eye and all of the critical glances, but we really want dinner. So you're getting us there.
Good evening. Sake nake behojo. That's a Navajo meaning. Planning procedures provide for thinking out a plan, participating in the planning process, integrating community lifeways into project processing, and ensuring the planning process enhances rather than infringing on our traditional way of life. That's the Navajo way of holistic management. Thank you.
Okay, wasn't that great? Wasn't that a brilliant idea? Didn't you do so well? Yeah, you did very well. I really like that hands thing. So put your hands in the air. Look around at these hands in the air. And what are these hands? They're the hands that will change the world.